Yeah. Just before it happened, I think I saw some red lights. 3 of them. I thought I'd ask for help, but just when I was... I thought I asked for help, but just then I was splattered with blood. She wasn't dead though. She was stuck back... She struck back at the enemy behind her. Suddenly the red lights went out and the whole area was dark. Just at the moment, there was a horrible scream. Right after that, Dahlia collapsed and I lost consciousness. 3 red lights. I thought you said you don't remember seeing them. Sorry, I thought I saw them, but then they disappeared all of a sudden. Things break, right? Even the best of theories. Or was it there? Who was it that stabbed Misty Faye? It looks like you still can't prove it. I was telling the truth this time, I know it. The rest is up to me. Go. With your final. You know, the final. The final testimony, I guess. Why are we doing this? I guess we established everything now. Like, why not making this cool? Struck back. How do you know that? Well, you're right. I didn't exactly, but I could tell by the sound of their breathing and movement, and although the smell of blood. You have witnessed more horror than any young lady should ever have to in her life. So then, what did you do at this point? I couldn't move. I could just barely make out their shadows moving in the dark, but I had no idea what to do. Could you still see the red lights you mentioned earlier? Yes, I think so, but... Do I have to push everything again? Oh god, dude. Light shining in the dark. I guess this is like the not important thing. I will skip this. Oh, I guess it's important. But just after that you turned towards the lights and called for help. Isn't that because you thought the lights were coming from Mr. Gadoo's mask? Yeah, I guess so. Maybe that's what I was thinking at the time, but I can't remember after all. There was a person I couldn't identify in front of me. Maya's life was in terrible danger at the time. There is no way she can remember the details of the scene perfectly. Alright then, let's go on with the testimony. What did you do then when you saw the red lights? So... That blood. Was it Dahlia Hearthstone's blood? I think so, probably. Just at the moment, I heard the soft scream that seemed to be close by. It was a woman's voice. So that was when the killer... Hey, Drachenflamme, nice to see you around. Then when the killer stabbed the victim from behind with the murder weapon. Is that right? Without a doubt, Maya was in the middle of the real dangerous situation. Anyway, the victim was stabbed by the murder weapon. What happened after that? Struck back. How did you know that? Well, you're right. I didn't see it exactly. Okay. Breathing and movement. Okay, we had this. We had this statement. Okay. Doing fine. Good. They went out. Yes, suddenly I couldn't see them at all. What could it mean? If the red lights were coming from Gadoo's mask and they went out right in the middle of the fight, maybe the mask was damaged. Or maybe it was knocked off. Or maybe the batteries ran out, right? Or maybe those this little red pinhead looking lights just stopped working. What could really have happened? What do you mean by just at the moment? Do you mean the moment when the red lights went out? Yes, that's right. The scream that you heard then, was it Dahlia Hawthorne? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it was a man's voice. So then, the scream came from the killer. Or maybe the ladies were blacked out from coffee. That's got to be it. I think Dahlia Hawthorne must have taken the blade and attacked the killer with it. And then the killer let out the scream of pain, huh? After that, the killer stole the blade back and delivered the final blow, I guess. Well, Mr. Wright, it seems to make sense to me. There's a contradiction. There's a contradiction. I'm so sorry to say this. But this, that interpretation would create an enormous contradiction. It makes sense. After all, my deductions are almost certainly never correct. Remember the testimony she just gave. Before the killer let out the scream, Maya said she had already been spattered by the victim's blood. In other words, the blade in the staff had already been plugged into the victim. Yeah, if you just type monthly, you see all games. Yes, the current things. Is this right? She couldn't have struck back with a sword that was already stuck in the body. The weapon that caused the killer to let out the scream must have been something other than the staff. If you're so sure about that, then don't keep us waiting any longer, Wright. There's only one thing I can think of. Okay. The other weapon. If Dahlia Hawthorne had already been stabbed in the back by the staff, what could have, you know, the only thing, and this has your blood on it, you fool. Hollow Knight is leading? Yeah, Hollow Knight is leading. I hope. I don't know, again, I'm okay with every vote, so this will, I hope this will be a hard month for your sand pocket, you know, and your fight over it. This would be fun. Naturally, the dagger. I mean, every time you fight about over monthlies, it's a good time, because I know you guys want to see me play a certain game, and if you do, and if this game will not win, there is a high chance this game will be back. Naturally, the dagger the killer brought to the scene of the crime. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. This dagger was found at the crime scene, stuck into a pine tree. Yes, the detective found it this morning and brought it to me. Dahlia Hawthorne struck back at the killer with this, and she managed to wound him as well. See, we're going for another wound, and we're going for, the prosecutor. So this is, basically Manfred von Karma revived. Not for the same reason, but he has, a wound somewhere on his body. Just because he let out a scream doesn't mean that he was wounded. For all we know, the blood on the dagger could have been from the victim. No. Have you forgotten that the blood was already been tested? Since we learned it wasn't the victim's blood, it must have been the killer's blood. The killer must have a wound somewhere on his body. Yeah. So you're saying the blood on this dagger belongs to the killer? Exactly. A DNA analysis of the blood would prove it beyond a shadow of a doubt. And yes, Mr. Godo, it would prove that it's your blood. Akio coffee, because this is the last chance I can drink one. Nice series, right? Order in the court. This is the end. Have I done it? Even he won't be able to change the results of the scientific test. Oh, I don't know. You missed me crying for 3 minutes in the last investigation. The last investigation phase we had in this game, I cried for 3 minutes because this upsets me so hard. I was crying because I was so sad how this is going, and I predicted it, I guess, not fairly right, but then ghosts, I guess. But then ghosts, so I was not right with that, but it was even worse in the end. But again, I cried for 3 minutes in this thing. So yeah. Let me ask you something, Wright. What happened? I saw the conclusion of this, and I saw where they were going with the game, and I was so sad. I was so sad what they're doing with this. I couldn't hold it back. I couldn't hold it back. I was really sad. Let's just say that it turned, because I invested talking and everything in this game for I don't know, 4 weeks plus straight. I read every sentence I spoke it all out for you, and I invested in the series as well, and it is such a weak end. I can't describe it. I would cry again, like, I would cry again. Let's just say that it turned out that I was the killer. Do you really think I would be stupid enough to leave evidence like that? What? Just think for a second. This dagger was found this morning by the detective and brought to me. There was already blood on it, correct? But even so, I was the one who brought this dagger here to the courtroom. Yeah, what does it prove? Well, if I really were the killer, I could have washed the blade off and then planned another person's blood on it. It can't be. In any case, there's one thing I can guarantee, Wright. That blood doesn't belong to me. Not a chance. In any event, it seems to be established that the killer was wounded. Alright then, witnesses. Alright then, everyone in court. Please, you know, like, close off. We have to examine everybody. Wait a minute. What's the problem? I know I probably shouldn't say this, but there's a big contradiction in Nick's explanation. This dagger, he said that it wounded the killer. That's right. But if Mr. Godot had really been cut with this dagger, his clothes should be bloody or have a rip in them, right? No. Maya? Maybe he just changed his clothes. That will solve the contradiction pretty easily. What are you talking about? It's not that simple at all. Remember back to the day of the murder. Everyone that was on the inner temple side got trapped there. Ah, that's right. And once the bridge was fixed and the police headed for the inner temple, Mr. Godot was already there, waiting for them. She's fighting us at the moment because she don't want to have him to be the killer, but she knows that he is the killer. Yeah. He never had a chance to change his clothes. Yeah. Because you know, Dahlia Hawthorne, she punched away the freaking goggles and she scratched him in the face. Well, maybe he brought a change of clothes with him, but no one could have predicted the lightning strike that shut down the bridge. Yeah. Why would anyone have brought a change of clothes? Did they just take smart pills during the last recess? Well then, maybe the killer took off his clothes before he committed the crime. That way, he wouldn't get any blood on them. It's impossible, right? You know how cold it'd get up there at night. Eh? After a few minutes with no clothes on, you'll be frozen solid. Yeah. Huh, so that's all you've got. I knew you weren't tough enough to finish this. Right now, if Mia Fey were here, she would have closed the book on this case already. Mia Fey were here. But come on, Wright. Can you do it or not? How about it, Mr. Wright? You accused Mr. Godot of being the killer, but can you prove it? Have you got even one piece of evidence? Oh, we going like other evidence now? Okay. The question is whether I can prove it or not. The fact is, I have to prove it. That's the only choice I have. I was taught that it's one of the rules of being a lawyer. I can prove it. I'm going to bring your magnificent vengeance to fruition, just as you wanted. That's good. A fight until the bitter end, right? Since there's just one piece of evidence that can prove your point, why don't we go for an unlimited penalty? Are you trying to pressure me? I don't, you know, because it doesn't matter to me. I've got the one piece of evidence I need. Give me a break, you've got nothing tried. What do I do? What do I do at a time like this? It's simple. I've got to think outside the box and approach from a different angle. Alright then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you've got. Yeah, the classic pursuit is the best theme in this. There's one thing I've demonstrated in the previous cross-examination. The killer was wounded. That was proven by the blood on the dagger. But we decided that it's impossible for him to have hidden such a wound. If he had been cut by a dagger, there should have been a bloodstain on his clothing. There's one place the killer could have hid this wound. What do you say? Hidden? Yeah, it's beneath the mask, dude. This is it, my last stand. I need to think about this from a different angle. I don't need to think he stabbed in the butt. I don't need to think about why there were no bloodstains on his clothes. I need to show how he hid the wound. It's the end of the line, the fun stop tried. Let's hear what you've got. Where's the location? Where's the location? Where's the location? What are we going for now? Where the killer hit the... Can I just show his face again? Huh. I don't know what you're talking about. What do I do is that you'll never be half the lawyer she was. Isn't that right, Wright? Oh, this was right. What was just now? Mia? It can't be. You're lying. You're living on through him. Even as we speak, you're still hiding the wound. Ah, get fucked! It's beneath your mask. Easy. During the fight, the red lights given off by the killer's suddenly disappearance. Seconds later, the killer let out a scream. That's right, your mask went flying off your face. Mr. Go-Do, would you mind removing your mask? If you have a dagger wound under there somewhere, then I'd say this whole case is solved. But didn't he say that it's not his blood? Shot to the heart. What happened? Why is he exploding? Is he cyborg? Is he real cyborg now? Show me face. Come on. Face reveal. No? Go on. Akio coffee. This is my last chance to drink a cup, I guess. Just now, I saw a spirit in you. I never liked you. 6 years ago. You helped that woman who put me to sleep by hiding her bottle of poison, and then, while I was sleeping, you let Mia die. But you didn't care. You just kept living your pathetic happy-go-lucky life. You even had the nerve to follow in her footsteps as a lawyer. I could never forgive you. That's what I thought. To go do. But I was wrong about you. I knew it from the very beginning. The truth is, the only person I could never find it in my heart to forgive was myself. Better do that. Yeah. You better do that. Easy. Ah, you yourself. I was the one that failed to protect Mia. Me and no one else. I tried to avert my eyes from the truth, to escape from the harshness of reality. I just couldn't face Mia's death head on, so I ran. I had beneath a mask. I threw away my true name. I couldn't even deal with being a defense attorney anymore, so I quit. You saved Maya. Yeah, that was my plan. Up until just now, anyway. What do you mean? Are you listening, Maya? If I had really wanted to save you, then there's one person that I should have gone and talked to right away. Yeah, you just had to talk to Phoenix. Are you talking about Nick? Yeah. but I didn't do it. I tried to get the help of Iris and your mother, but I closed my eyes to the most important man involved. Do you know why? The real reason? No, why? I suppose I wasn't really interested in saving you at all. Huh? I think I was just trying to salvage what's left of my own broken soul. I was trying to make up for the fact that I couldn't save Mia, nothing more. That's why I let you walk right into a situation that I knew was dangerous. Give me. You're wrong. You put your life on the line to save Maya. Was it really for Maya's sake? Even I'm not really sure. What do you mean by that? That night in the darkness of the garden I saw her silhouette. Part of me must have known the truth. The truth that it wasn't really Dahlia Hawthorne standing there in front of me. It could have been Misty Faye or even that little girl. But I still picked up the blade. It was like I was dreaming. Yeah, he's like, yeah, he did this. Again, he could like knocked her over or something like other than this, but no. I'm not sure exactly what was going on in my mind at this point. I was really motivated by the pure desire to protect Maya Fey? No. Or was it something else? Tainted from the evil one. Was it my hatred for a woman who had stolen everything from me 6 years earlier? Could it have been simply a desire for revenge? And now, I don't know anything anymore. I did learn something today, however. I finally realized that I wasn't the arrogant one. I was just chasing an illusion, a fantasy. The stupid fantasy of defeating you in the courtroom. You were the one who made me realize my folly. You never ran away from Mia's death. Instead, you picked up where she left off, as a true defender of the people. In that moment, I understood everything. You go, dude. I think you already know this, but you don't. My name is Diego Armando. Armando? I believe in you. I know you were trying to save me. Uh-oh, he's a vampire. Uh-oh, he's crying blood. He's vampirish, John. Thanks. Your wound, it's bleeding. Huh. Did you forget already? In my world, the color red doesn't exist. These must be my tears. Tears. Ever since I woke up from my coma, I think I've been waiting for this very moment. Armando. You do well to remember this, Maya. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. This time, really it's all over, isn't it? Defendant? Yes, Your Honor. Although you weren't directly involved in the murder, tampering with the body in the crime scene is a serious offense in itself. I understand, Your Honor. Mr. Armando explained that to me very carefully. I knew the risk and I willingly cooperated anyway. Very well. Before I hand down my verdict, is there anything you'd like to say? Well, there's one thing I'd like to say something. I'd like to say something to Mr. Wright. I want to apologize to you. Apologize to me? What? For the case 5 years ago, of course. Why? Why? Why would she apologize for this? I just remembered. Weren't you poisoned on by your own lover? Not exactly, but yeah, something like that. Even now, 5 years later, I can hardly believe it. She was going to do it. She was planning to kill me. It's not all that surprising. The two of you hardly knew each other. Huh? What do you mean? You and my sister. You only met twice. Huh? You only met twice? Come on with this shit! The first time you met was in the fateful day, yeah, in the courtroom. And in court again? And she wasn't the one who was like with her all the time? Come on, dude. The day that she poisoned Mr. Amanda in the cafeteria in this very courthouse. Don't, oh my god, this, oh. The next time you met her was 8 months later, yeah. You met her again on the day that she stole your cold medicine. And Dark Swallows was killed. Dowgy. Yeah, it's not necessary, yes. But no way, it can't be true. I mean, during our whole relationship, we were... For those 8 months, the woman that you thought was Dahlia Hawthorne wasn't actually my sister. It wasn't Dahlia. I hope one day you can forgive me, Beanie. This is so fucking unnecessary. I can't believe how they pulled this. I can't believe that they pulled this. Oh my god. I cry again. Don't make me cry. I don't cry because this is sweet or something. I cry because this is offensive and stupid for the story. God damn it. You mean? That's right. I lied to you for 8 months. And you have a daughter. Surprise. Why? Why would you do such a thing? Ever since she gave you the bottle that day, my sister was trying to get it back as soon as she possibly could. Because of the police investigation, there's surveillance. She couldn't move about freely. So that's why you, my sister, from the beginning, she was prepared for the worst. She thought that you might somehow discover the truth. That's why she was always ready to deal with you at a moment's notice. You mean she was ready to kill me, don't you? She already had so much to answer for. I didn't want any more sins on her soul. I begged her not to do it, and she agreed to give me a chance. And that's why you came to me? You came to get the bottle pendant back from me in her place, but I couldn't get you to give it back. I failed at something even as simple as that. 8 months passed and I still couldn't get it back from you. Finally, my sister couldn't wait any longer. She didn't consult me about her plans for you that day. It was the first time it wasn't the first time that had ever happened. That was a bit strange, wasn't it? Up until that day, you two were partners in crime, and she would confer with you. I think she must have noticed. Noticed what? My feelings for you. Yeah, I'm dying inside. If I had found out she was planning to kill you, I would have done whatever was necessary to stop her, even if it meant her life or mine. Iris, after spending those 8 months by your side, my feelings towards you, they changed. I hope I have something to say to you too. Yes, you really are the person I always thought you were. Even after Dahlia Hearthstone was found guilty, I still believed in you. I don't know what this means. I don't know what this means. Thank you. But in the end, you committed crime anyway, so fuck it. Akio, the last coffee that I can possibly get. How many cups of darkness have I drank over the years? Even I don't know. I'll tell you though, right now, this one here is the greatest cup I think I've ever had. Don't you think so? Phoenix Wright? Ridiculous! Silly clowns are on. The purpose of this trial was to drink coffee. At some point, I expected you to drink even more coffee. I understand, Your Honor. See? Very well. On the charge of murder, I hereby find the defendant guilty. Not guilty. Not guilty, not guilty, not guilty, not guilty. Court is now adjourned. Go home now. And jerk off these feelings, please. God damn it. Oh my god, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I will cry after this. I will go and cry. So I guess it's all over. The way everything ended. Was justice really served? The man who risked his life to save Maya has been sent to prison by my own hands. Of course, justice was served. Yeah, I'm proud of you, Phoenix. The defense was truly brilliant. But I couldn't save Mr. Amando, the man who cared so deeply for you. You're wrong, Phoenix. You did save Diego. Saved him in the only way possible. I mean, with the verdict. I think one day you'll understand too. Phoenix, I want you to remember one thing. You were as good out there as any defense attorney could ever hope to be. There's nothing more you can learn from me. Yeah, this is the second time she said this, right? You've accomplished something I wasn't able to. I owe you a great deal, thank you. Yeah, I'm sure we'll meet again someday, Phoenix. You know, there's still more games to come that I may or may not play. I've handled lots of cases and seen a lot of things, and along this journey, I found myself asking just one question. Why? Oh, no. What does it really mean to defend someone? I suppose today's case produced one possible answer. Nick, hiya. I guess it's just like my sis said. Yeah? What did she say? That night, when I channeled Mia to get her advice on what to do, this is what she wrote back in my notebook. Don't worry, Phoenix will save everyone in the end. But, come on, cut it out with the gloomy face. Can't you see? Me, sis, and I'm sure Iris too. We owe you for everything you have done for us, Nick. In all cases, Maya. How can you be so bright and chipper after all this happens? You were brutally attacked. You even saw your mother murdered. Ouch! Franziska! Still as softy as always, Phoenix, right? Excellent work, Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, when did you get back? Oh, that's right. I guess no one filled her in on that. Edgeworth and Franziska have actually been helping me. Helping you? If these two hadn't been here in the first day of the trial, defense wouldn't have gotten anywhere. Wow, but where were you, Nick? I heard he fell into a river and caught a nasty cold, which forced him to sleep all day. Yes, he laid him back, shivering from his fever, with Iris's hood pulled over his head. Ouch. Talk about embarrassing, Nick. You definitely need more training. Anyways, thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. And you too, Franziska. I don't suppose there's room for me in this group? Huck, is there? No. Leave. Go to mountain. Die. Oh, Larry. What's with the long and unusual face? I realized something when I was reborn. I realized that Larry was never of any use to anyone, not even once. That's not true, right, Nick? What? You're asking me? Well, Nick, is it true? I've got a place in this world, right? Huh? Oh, yeah, of course. I knew it. Everyone would be better off if I were gone for good. No. Oh yeah, these portraits you painted, they were really good. Isn't that right, Edgeworth? What? Me? Why are you making that face, huh, Edgy? Oh, well, yes, indeed. I certainly can't say that they lack resemblance. You really mean it? What about you, Francie? Did I draw you well, too? My beauty can't possibly be captured by a mere crayon. Nevertheless, I recognize the effort you put into it, and that's worth something. So then you'll do it, like you promised. You're going to model for my next picture book. Now, don't get carried away. Well, how about that? I guess painting portraits is the only thing I'm good at. The painting of Pearl was pretty darn good too, if you ask me. Huh? Now that you mention it, I haven't seen her around. Pearls? Where'd she been? Where could she be gone? Normally she would have made a beeline for Maya. Oh, I'll go look for her. Be right back. Hey, Pearly. Right? You seem to be uncharacteristical puzzled. I suspect you are wondering how Maya can be so cheerful despite all that was happened. Yeah. To be honest, I can't understand it either. Francisca, that's right. She lost her father fairly recently as well. I think I understand how she feels. Maya's a much wiser person than she appears, and I think she realized something. Now is exactly the time when she needs to be as strong as she can. What do you mean by now is exactly the time? Maya wasn't the only one that was badly wounded by this incident. In fact, there was someone that was hurt far more deeply than she. I believe it's for that person that Maya is trying her best not to cry. Someone who was hurt more deeply than Maya. Edworth, I think I'm starting to understand too. Ow. Then tell me, Phoenix Wright. Who is Maya Fey being strong for? Pearls? I don't want to fuck this up. Yeah, it's for pearls? Okay. Oh, Faye. Poor kid, after all. The reason... Yeah, I mean, she's like the saddest person of them all. Like, her book writer is dead, mother is a demon, everyone is demon around her. Yeah, the poor kid, after all. The reason that she worked so hard to follow the instructions was because she loved and believed in her mother, Morgan. It's for the good of the Fae clan. I'm sure she believed in every last word. She thought she was doing it for Maya. That's why she was so happy. It shows how truly devoted she is to Maya. She could have killed her idol too. But it's a cruel irony that it was her excumbrance that lead to this tragedy. Maya Fey's mother was killed and Maya herself was put into the deepest peril imaginable. And that's exactly why Maya is putting on a brave face. She's doing it for Pearl's sake, until she can see her smile again. Oh hey, so this is where you all are. Oh, looks like we're... Ow! What is this for, sir? Sorry about that, Scruffy. My whip just seemed to have a mind of its own. What's up, Detective Gumshoe? Oh, you know, this and that. Anyway, congrats on your win. Let's go out tonight, pal. Dinner's on me. My salary is just sorta kinda gone down by a teeny weeny bit. That's alright. I made reservations at the first-class French restaurant tonight. Ow. Pretty good work, Scruffy. That whip was your reward. Detective Gumshoe? You said a first-class French restaurant, you don't mean... Très bien. Where else? I knew it. We're doomed. Come on, let's go, everyone. Can't keep Maggie waiting. Hey, you. Crybaby, you're invited too. Oh, forget about me. Pearl and I will be at the loser's shack eating potatoes. You know, Maya has taken an awful long time to get back. She's still out looking for pearls. Oh, Maya. Wrong. Nick, what do we do? Pearly. Can't find her anywhere. Huh? I bet she just went back home, that's all. I thought so too, so I called the village. But no one has heard from her. This has never happened before. As I figured, she has been badly hurt by this incident. Then she feels responsible for the tragedy that has befallen you, Maya. But none of this was her fault. What should I do? Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, what is it, Pearl? Could you guys go on ahead? But what about you? Maya and I we'll join you guys once we find pearls. Nick, don't worry about us, Detective Gumshoe. We may be a little late, but we'll definitely be there. I have a lot of celebrating to do tonight, and I won't miss it for the world. Yeah. Very well, Phoenix, right? We'll go on ahead. Don't keep us waiting, right? We won't. But where should we look? Where could Pearly have gone? Let's go, Maya. There's only one place I can think of that Pearls might have gone to. Okay. Asakura Temple. For Pearls, I bet this is a very important place. After all, it's where this whole incident started. What's this? You're all back again so soon? Mr. Bikini, I thought we'd be eating mashed potatoes alone tonight. So she's here. Pearly's here? She's in the training hall. Why don't you hurry along and go see her? Don't go! She's channeled somebody. Okay? Oh yeah, we can enter this now. Pearl's not here. Ah, Maya. The hanging scroll. Yeah. Someone clean it off. Got to be Pearls. Ah, Mystic Maya. Pearly. Why did you just leave like that? Maya. Oh. Come on, it's okay now. I swore that I would never trouble the two of you ever again, because it's all my fault that Mystic Maya's... That's why you came here? It's the least I could do to pray for your happiness. You don't have to do that, Pearly. It wasn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. Of course I'm sad that my mother is gone, but how do I say this? I'm still happy. You don't have to lie just to make me feel better. No, really. It's truly the only reason I'm still here at all is thanks to everyone who was there for me. My sis, my mom, Mr. Armando, Nick, and you. If even one of you weren't there, I'm sure I wouldn't still be alive right now. That's why I have to be strong. For all the people that were there for me when I needed them. That's all I can really do. Maya, I'm impressed. You truly are the daughter of Mystic Misty. Bikini, your mother, Mystic Misty, was a strong woman indeed. I want to tell you what she said to me that night. After dishonoring the good name of Kurain, I don't have the right to face my daughter. But still, Maya is always in my thoughts. It's true, she'll always be with me until the day I die. I guess it was faster than she could imagine. But your spirit was with her. That's why your mother was so strong. Even at the end, I'm sure she had no regrets. She'll always be with me until the day I die, huh? There's a rule or something all masters are to follow, isn't there? You never take the charm off until the day you die. That's the master's talisman, the thing that Misty keep by her heart and would never take off. Yet no mention of Mia, yeah, I guess. It wasn't the container that was important, rather it was the contents. That's a photo. It's only natural for living creatures to fight to protect their own lives. But what makes us human is that we fight for others. But how do we fight? But who do we fight? How do we fight? But who do we fight for? How hard must you fight? That's the true measure of what human life is worth. We defense attorneys are warriors who are consistently challenged by that questions. By that question. They broke this too. Even when the battle is over and the bonds that connects us are served, we always return, time and time again. Mia, Maya, Pearls, Mr. Armando. Yeah. I hate this has happened again in the past too. Like everything happened again. And everything seemed to connect so good. Like everything is perfect. Mia broke the vase? Yeah, I guess. And Maya's mom too. I learned that from all of them. Well, we get going, and if everyone is waiting. This is the day to remember. A day when a lot of things were finally put to rest. I think we should celebrate what that we've overcome today. But I still can't. Oh, go on, sweetie. You can come back for training anytime. Okay. Alright, I'm going to make a brand new star too. Mr. Bikini, I'll be back for more training, I promise. I know, and I won't go easy on you just because you're the future master. I make sure to prepare reservations for when you come back. Alright, we're going to have a great feast today, Pearly. You know why? Because training is a battle of endurance. Okay, Mystic Maya, I eat lots and lots and lots of food tonight. You know, there's one thing I don't get, and probably don't want to, but what is it, Nick? Reservations for training is fine and all, but why for 3? Come on, what do you think? You're one of us, Nick. Oh, no of us. Next time you can train right alongside us. Huh? I'll be waiting for you. Bikini will take special care of you. Huh? It'll be great, Nick. We're going to do the special course naturally. That's a great idea. After all, Mr. Nick, you'd do anything for Mystic Maya, wouldn't you? Even walk on hot coals, right? Have a nice big meal before we come next time, right, Nick? You know, I was wondering if I can say just one little thing. Sure, of course you can. I love this part. I can't wait to hear it. I'm getting goosebumps too. Well then, here goes nothing. Objection! Good. So, do you want to hear my opinion on this? I guess not. Oof. Let's get the credits rolling here. Oh my god. So, GG. We did it. Thanks for the GGs. Yeah, it was a long, it was not a long day, but it was like a long 4 weeks or more of reading. 4+ weeks of reading. And, you know, I'm like 31 years old. I love crime stories. Again, I'm like a huge fan from Detective Conan. I watched like, I don't know, 4 to 5 like crime series. I watched like the last we watched together was like The Mentalist. We watched that. So yeah, I'm all over like crime scene stuff and all this. But again, like this last case, for me personally, it ruined this. It ruined this thing. It really did. Like, it was a great success. Good. She taught me how to use the whip. Yeah, this last case was the weakest point in the freaking game. Everyone says like, oh yeah, the silly clowns thing is weak, and everyone's just like, oh yeah, the freaking which case was it? Third case of this game? Yeah, the mask thing. I guess was the third one. No. No, it was not the third. It was like the impersonating. This one. This was the third case. Yeah, the impersonating. Is that the promise with Andros? Yeah, it was like doing the whip on Mr. Nick. Yeah, I hope. I don't know. Like everyone is like complaining about these. In the end, these were like okay tries, I guess. But this was like over the top a bad case. Like over the top. After the fact that this is like the twin sister stuff, after the twin sister stuff, it really was down the drain. This whole thing was down the drain, and even in the end now, I mean, like, I don't know if it's cute that the mom has like a photo of them with the same destroyed like vase, and ha, yeah, everyone did this once in a while, I guess. I don't know, like, and again, they established in this court now that a ghost wanted to deliver murder. Like, really wanted to deliver murder? A really revengeful ghost that wanted to, like, kill people? Like, wow, this is, like, not good. Like, no. Like, I can't imagine that they pulled all this out. Like, again, like, I understand Mr. Godoo, and the Mr. Godoo part was good. The Mr. Godoo, the Godoo part was really good, and it was strong. It was strong that he was like, yo, I wanted to protect, and oh no, I don't want to protect, I want to, maybe I wanted to revenge. I couldn't, like, you know, I couldn't, like... This was a good thing, like, the Godoo thing was so good. But everything, and this is like, I don't even want to talk about this Iris stuff. I don't want to talk about this. This is like a slap in the face. This is a slap in the face. I don't want to talk about voice. Good. Hear the voice. Objection. But again, character art, the murder cases itself. Again, the last trial, the murder case of the last trial was perfectly good. It was such a good case. Like how the murder occurred, what happened, this was good. It was the story around the murder case that was like not good. No, it's not the twists. It's not the twist. It's the coincidence. The coincidences are the real killers here. Like, again, like bringing up a twin sister, bringing up that they are all connected to everything. This is what's not good. Oh no, old bag. Yeah, I don't know. Now after this, again, I would play more games. Obviously, for the obvious reasons, because the loop is fine, the crime scenes itself is fine, the investigations are fine, most trials are super good, and the mystery of the murder is good every time. I would say this. It was good every time. So for this part, I would definitely come back to the games, but again, I don't know if I look forward to like I hope they have to change almost everything about this. Yeah, they have to change a lot about this. You know, but I guess they can't go back to this, and they have to evaluate a new like storyline. So I guess. Okay, good. It just starts over, saving, and okay. Yeah, this was Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Trilogy. I had fun. I really had fun. Again, like, I don't like the way it goes in the last case, because again, it was super weak. For me personally, and I can't see. I see the good parts. Again, the murder mystery is every time a good thing, but the connections was too much. The connecting was too much, and that they like go out and you know, I don't know. I don't have words for this. It's like it was hard. It was hard for me, the last thing. It could have been the strongest case so easily. Yeah, they could have made, again, they could have made like this really twisted-minded Dahlia Hawthorne. Again, like, bring the twin sister in, is okay. Like, maybe she, like, again, like, charmed a guard, faked her death, faked the freaking execution, killed her sister and took this place over to, you know, run another plot then, and this would be fine. Like, but this like was like it took like I don't know, I can't explain it. But thanks so much for watching.